Welcome back. It's time for Holiday Brunch, and joining us this morning, our very own Lowell Melser. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Doing great. You have been talking about your famous pumpkin bars for forever.
That's right. This is my mother's recipe, so this is an homage to my mother. She passed away about a year and a half ago, so trying to keep some of her recipes alive and, you know, good holiday cheer.
Well, we can't wait to see this. You gave us a sneak peek test, a taste test earlier, and it's delicious.
Okay, so these are the famous pumpkin bars. That's the finished product, by the way. It's a 3-step process. It seems a little intimidating, but it's really not that hard. Basic ingredients are cake mix, pumpkin butter, which you can get at Trader Joe's or Williams-Sonoma, grocery store, some eggs, a little bit of milk, a little bit of flour, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of ground cinnamon. So the first step, what we need to do is take an actual cup of the cake mix and set it aside right here. You'll see that. And we set that aside because that's going to be the crumble that we're going to make to put on top.
Okay.
All right, so now we have to make the first layer. So we take the remaining cake mix, we're going to add 1 egg. Throw that in there.
All right.
And then this is a ½ cup of butter, 1 stick of butter melted.
Already melted.
All right, we're going to dump that in there. Then we're going to take our mixer.
And we tested it. We know it works.
Know it works. Not like Ava's blender. I was sad to see that happen to her.
I know. It worked afterwards, though, right after we got off the air.
Right after. All right, so we're mixing this up now. Right, and this is going to be a layer that we're going to press into the pan, which I will show you shortly.
Nice.
All right, so we're just mixing that up.
Are you getting a new appreciation, by the way, of what it takes to put on Sunday brunch?
Oh yeah. Well, I like to cook, so this is no sweat.
You spent a lot of time in the kitchen. Your wife's a lucky woman.
Yeah, she is. Well, she's my sous chef. You're going to be my sous chef
Very
today.
Cool.
So she's my assistant. All right, so we get that done. Now, before we press it into the pan, I'm going to get you started on the pumpkin filling. So the pumpkin filling is basically the pumpkin, which I've already put into the bowl here.
Okay, that's the pumpkin butter.
That's the pumpkin butter.
Okay.
We're going to put the 2 eggs in there for you.
Nice.
There's 1 and 2.
All right, so altogether we know 3 eggs.
Right, and then this is 3 tablespoons of just like whole milk.
Okay.
Now I need you to whisk that together really good while I press this into the pan here. Okay, so this will come out like a cookie dough almost. Okay, see that? So
that's neat.
It's pretty easy.
Nice.
And then we're gonna do. This is why I washed my hands before I came on the air. Yeah.
That's why you did. This is good for kids too, because kids love to get their hands dirty when they're cooking.
And just have them press it in while you whisk, or have them whisk while you press into the pan.
How nice and easy that is.
Yeah. And just
spread it around.
The thing that makes this taste so good, actually, I think, is the butter.
Oh yeah, it's rich.
There's a lot of butter in this, but that's the secret to baking: is the more butter, the better.
Now, for a Melser holiday, this is a staple. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, I think my mom used to make this. Yeah, when we were probably from kids to adults, and this was a big hit. This and her apple pie. Now I would have made the apple pie, but it's so many steps. It's very difficult because it's all in the crust.
Well, don't you think, like Ava made her mom's salsa recipe, you're making your mom's pumpkin bar recipe? I think during the holidays it gives you that special feeling when you make a recipe from your family.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what makes it fun, and especially if you can make it together as a family. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to pour that on top of this layer. Okay.
Evenly?
This is the net. Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll spread it, and then you can spread it around evenly with the spatula, and I'll work on the crumble.
Sounds like a plan. I'll take care of that.
Get that out of there, and just make sure it's evenly distributed in there.
All right.
All right. Now, finally, the crumble. This is the cup of extra cake batter that we set aside. This is a ½ cup of sugar, a little bit of flour. It's a couple tablespoons of flour, and then cinnamon to taste. It says one teaspoon, but I like to add a bunch of cinnamon because the more cinnamon, the better. And forgot almost important ingredient here: the little bit of butter.
And
this is what's going to cause, and this is softened butter.
Nice.
Okay, and then we'll take our blender over here, and we'll just slowly get this going. All in there. And this is going to form a little crumble.
Okay, and before you put the crumble on, I'm going to tell folks if they'd like a copy of Lowell's recipe, just log on to our website, WBAL-TV.com, 3800 Hooper Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21211. And while he does that, we're going to be right back. Stay with us. And now with your crumble?
Yep, so we just take it out of the bowl and we just evenly distribute it on top. All right, I'll just show you there real fast.
And how long does it bake for?
You preheat the oven to 350 and cook it to about 40 minutes or until golden brown, but 40 is usually the magic number. And then once we bake it, the finished product is right there. And I don't know if you guys want to try.
So good.
You know what? Your mother would be proud.
I think you showed me up.
Lowell.
I didn't even use a heating element. My blender didn't even work.
And delicious. Lowell, good job. Ava, great job. NBC's Meet the Press is next. Have a great weekend and go Ravens.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Lowell, good job.
Thank you.